Hey, how's it going? It's Troy Roark right here at Springfield IL Homes for Sale.com. This is the web show where we answer your real estate questions, no matter how big or how small. Very simple to do. You just go to the comment section here on the page, type in a comment, we will find it and answer it as soon as we can. You can also friend us up on our Facebook page or follow us on Twitter, and we will get to your questions as soon as we can. I am cloudy today. Me and my wife had an amazingly good time late last night. We will talk about that a little bit later, so if I'm not my chipper self, I apologize. But wanted to definitely do an episode today because I've had a very similar discussion with two different clients in the last week, and it occurs to me you might be having the same problem or may have the same issue down the road. About a week ago, I was talking to a client, and they said, Troy, I went to my bank and I could not get approved for a loan. And I said, don't stop, don't worry. After having a discussion with him, we figured out that there was probably a bank here in town that we could go to. The deal was his wife had no credit at all. They were young, she never had a credit card or anything like that. They had very little credit. He had okay credit, wasn't great. I sent them to a bank here in town. They got approved, and we were writing a contract on that house. Okay? Got a call on the way here for lunch, and it basically the same thing. Troy, we went to our bank, we didn't get approved. Now what? Here's the deal. When you go out and get pre-approved for a loan, which you should always do, before you go look at houses, go get pre-approved through a bank, so you'll know, one, how much money you can spend on a house, and make sure you know, and you'll know exactly what the monthly payments are, so you can go out and be, with confidence, go out and pick a house knowing you're going to be able to afford it. Always go and get pre-approved. You shouldn't just go to one bank, okay? Because not every bank works exactly the same. Your local bank is one of the banks you should go to. Find out if they will give you a loan. Very often your local bank knows your financial habits. They know if you're responsible with money. They know, that you're not bouncing checks, things like that. They know that. So go to them first. They very well could approve you for a loan, and you're keeping everything in-house, which is fine. Now let's say your credit's a little questionable, maybe a little lower than your local bank is willing to tolerate, because some banks need really strong credit. Other banks are willing to take a little bit more of a risk on a lower credit score. So you should also, try and get approved through one of those places. I've gotten many clients approved. They do a good job with their payments, but maybe like the other issue, you just don't have credit. These are the types of banks that you can go to and get approved for a loan. And then I would also go see one more bank, because if banks know that you are shopping around for a mortgage, then they want that business. So they're more likely going to give you a deal like on the closing costs or on their fees, that they're associated with that loan, because they want the business. They're going to make money on the interest on your loan. Okay, they're going to make that money, but they want your business, so they will more likely give you a deal on the front end on your closing costs because they know you're out there shopping. But let me give you some advice. Do not go and see more than 3 banks, okay? If you do, see, when you go and get approved from a bank, you got to give them permission to go look at your credit score, okay? They're going to look at the 3 big credit score companies. They're going to figure out if they're willing to give you a loan through those 3 scores. If you go and get more than 3 what they call hard checks on your credit, means you gave somebody the permission to go and check your credit. You got to do the same kind of thing like when you go buy a car. If you have more than 3 of those, I think it's in a 6-month period, then that 4th time you go and check it, it's actually going to do a number on your credit score. It's going to drop your credit score a little. And depending on what your credit score is, that could mean the difference between higher interest rate or not. So don't go see more than 3 banks, okay? Just go see 3. But don't give up. If that first bank said no, find out why they said no. I mean, if it's because your credit score is just rock bottom, You know, there may not be much they can do, or you can go find out what your credit score is and find out what's holding up your credit, because there might be something on there that you're not aware of that you can take care of right away. But also you want to go check some other banks so you can get them competing against each other and maybe, you know, get your fees dropped. So thanks a lot for watching, and like I said, I'm not feeling great at all today. Had to get up at my normal time, but got home really, really late last night because me and my wife went to St. Louis to go see the Bare Naked Lady! I lay me down not to sleep. Just get tangled in the sheet, sleeping sweat 3 inches deep. Just lay back and blame defeat. Chapter read and a lesson learned. Turn the lights off while she burned. Now she's 300 degrees. Throw the sheets off and I freeze. Reach down, count sheep, count heartbeats. The only thing that counts is that I won't sleep. Downtown, I look around. Sleep, well, you never gonna get it. Tell me what's that for? Happy be the ones getting there. This guy's been awake since the Second World War. Up tight in fists, my mind is racing, filled with lists. Things to do and things I've done. Another sleepless night's begun. It's down, count sheep, count heartbeats. The only thing that counts is that I won't sleep. Countdown, I look around. Well, you're never gonna get it. Tell me what's that for? Be happy with the ones again. There's guys been awake since the Second World War. Well, you're never gonna get it. Tell me what's that for? Be happy with the ones again. There's guys been awake since the Second World War. So much joy in life, so many pleasures all around. Pleasures of insomnia are ones I've never found. With all life has to offer, there's so much to be enjoyed. But the pleasures of insomnia are ones I can't avoid. It's down, count sheep, count heartbeats. The only thing that counts is that I won't sleep. Downtown, I'll look around. Well, you're never gonna get it. Tell me what's that for? Be happy with the ones you get, and there's guys been awake since the Second World War. Who needs sleep? Well, you're never gonna get it. Who needs sleep? Tell me what's that for? Who needs sleep? Be happy with what you